Hi guys, it's Jasmine. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a tutorial using the new Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette. This is the Desert Dusk palette, which is a bomb. It's lit, it's everything, and plus more. I just want to show you guys this cool thing that came with the palette. I think it's so cool. Anyways, so this is what the palette looks like. Really beautiful packaging. It's just, it's beautiful. Anyways, I am a big fan of the original Huda Beauty palette. It's one of my favorite palettes ever. Like this palette and the Modern Renaissance palette are my two favorite eyeshadow palettes, I believe, like in life. Like I feel like those are my two favorites. And I'm just super obsessed with it. So I was so excited when this one was coming out because I knew I needed it in my life because hello. So this palette is the rose gold palette. It's more of a rose gold scheme of colors, and this one is called the Desert Dusk palette. It's more of a purple scheme, but it also has rose gold shades in it. Now originally I feel like they were completely different, but now that I own them and I've used both, I feel like they're very similar, and which is good because you don't need both of them. I feel like you could get away with having just one based on what your preferences are. I would highly recommend the second, the newer one, over the first one, and I'm going to tell you guys why right now. So the first thing is the newer one has a mirror so you can see yourself while you do your makeup. It also has a beautiful cover, so if you're looking for just aesthetics, the new one looks better anyway. Let's get into the shadows now. If you like rose gold colors, they both offer rose gold colors. As you can see, my eyeshadow look right now is completely rose gold-ish, and I used the newer palette. I purposely did that so you guys could see that you can get the same kind of look with the newer palette. I use all the rose gold shades in here and achieve this beautiful eye look, which I can pretty much achieve with this old one, except for this beautiful shade right here, which it doesn't have in this palette. So if you're looking for a rose gold look, you definitely could achieve it with the new palette. Plus, it has purple shades in there, which are some of my favorite shades to work with. I love rose golds and gold and rose shades and pinks and burgundies. And I also love purple shades, which the new one has this whole section right here of purple, which is why I'm obsessed with it. I can't wait to do a tutorial with this row of shadows because it looks amazing. While some of the shades may seem repetitive, I do think they're slightly different in the newer palette. So I don't think you're getting the same exact shade with a different name on it. I do think the colors are very similar, but they're still different. So I can show you guys that these two shades right here, like in this section of my hand, they're very similar, but they're slightly different. Also, the shade Angelic right here is very similar. It's very similar to the shade, oh my gosh, it's the same exact shade. It's literally the same shade. It's called Angelic as well. Okay, so I didn't notice that actually. All right, so this shade is repeated in here, and I think this is the only repeated shade. I'm gonna check right now because I actually did not even notice that until right now. Yeah, it looks like this is the only shade that repeated itself in this new palette. I really did not notice that until right now, which is pretty funny. But yeah, so I love that shade as an inner corner highlight. When you're wearing a rose lid, it's really cool because it gives a kind of highlighted rose effect, which is really beautiful. What I am loving about this palette also is you don't have these top formula. The top row of this palette, like this, the top row here, the formula of these shadows are very difficult to work with if you don't use your fingers or like a specific type of tool like brush with setting spray. It's very difficult to work with this top row shadows, and the formula changed in the newer palette where they're a lot easier to work with for the shimmer shades, which is amazing. The only shade in this palette that I think is difficult to work with is this bottom shade called Cosmo. And it's only difficult if you're trying to use it as a regular eyeshadow. It's actually kind of like more of a loose glitter that is in this pressed pan. So if you think of it as a loose glitter, I feel like it will work 10 times better for you. Use a setting spray or use a glitter glue with this shadow and you will love it. I have it on my lids today. I use a setting spray with it and it works perfectly fine. I do see some fallout, so I feel like using a glitter glue will help it stay better. That's basically the differences between the two palettes. I do love them both. I would highly recommend both of them. But if you wanted to choose one, I would definitely choose the second one because I think you could pretty much achieve the same look, except if you wanted a black shadow or a khaki colored shadow. Everything else is pretty much very achievable. You can achieve the same looks with the newer palette plus more. So it's really amazing. If you guys want to see a tutorial on this look, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so I'm going to do my lips now. Lip liner in the color Downtown Beauty. It's basically like a dark brown. I'm going to take this Huda Beauty liquid lipstick from Huda Beauty. So this is the entire look, and yeah.